Have you ever been sitting there with a group of your friends and then you'll end up saying something that you so truly believe in, but then the whole room grows silent and they all stare you down? That is a controversial car opinion. I forgot what I was supposed to say. Anyway, so that's the point of today's video. We're going to be reading out some I asked on both Instagram, TikTok, everything that I own on social media. I asked everybody to please send me in their controversial car opinions. That is today's video. So this is in random order, and I'm not going to be listing who said what, because just in case it actually starts a big argument, I don't want people to go attack other people on Instagram or something. So I'm going to leave out names and numbers. Some of them include my own opinions, and if you want to come fight me, then come fight me. 1v1 That's fine. The first point for today's video: Fast and Furious ruined the car scene. Ooh. So, Fast and Furious, in the first place, I will admit, my phone is vibrating. So, Fast and Furious, I will heavily admit and agree, probably started the car scene, or at very least heavily influenced the JDM part of the car scene. But in recent and stuff, the longer lasting effects that Fast and Furious has had is basically... Can I English? Is basically make all of the really cool JDM cars, the Mark IV Supra, R34 GDR, FDRX7, Honda NSX, all the JDM legends, sorry, this is my script, all the JDM legends, unaffordable. 4x4s are better than sports cars in terms of practicality, and then on top of that, he even said they do look better. Aye, Captain?
I can't hear you!
Okay. I agree, but I disagree. 4x4s can look really cool. Example, half of my dad's customers. But sports cars have their points and purpose. Sports cars can be practical. Fight me. People daily drive Porsches. I don't know if there was anything else I want to add to that topic.
I would say for both 4x4s and sports cars, you get some that look good and you get some that look crap. You get some that are practical, you get some that aren't.
Agreed.
For both.
Okay, so what my girlfriend said, who's off camera.
I'm whispering, I don't know if they can hear me.
They can hear you. The drag scene here in SA is boring because it's all the same Audi and or Golf GTI. I 110% agree with this statement, and I'm actually going to go a step beyond and say not even the drag scene, it's the car community here. 3 rotors are not only better, but sound better than 4 rotors. I don't know where I stand on this one. Me in editing, please put sound clips on screen, and then I'll let you guys judge. I do know that a 3 rotor can sound pretty damn good though. Alright, this one's gonna start some, possibly it's gonna start some wars. Diesels are better for cheap fun than petrols.
Nope.
I think it's more down to the car than it is what kind of fuel it's running on, because irrelevant if it's a petrol, diesel, electric, as long as the car handles nicely and has some character when you're throwing it about, that's where I personally feel cars are more fun for cheap fun. Don't respect all builds. I kind of agree with this because, let's be honest here, we've all been to a car show, car meet, or just driving around and we've noticed a car that looks disgusting. Paint over wrap, that's not even controversial. I think everyone agrees that paint lands up looking better than when you just vinyl wrap your car. 1,000 spoke BBSs on every car ever look trash. That I can agree with. I think a multi-spoke rim can look quite nice on a classic car, But when it's on every single car that you see, and then not even the classic ones, no, it looks like trash. Please stop. You need help. Get some help. Okay, I have to wait for the helicopter.
Look out of here and go to the...
Anything more than -5 degrees of camber is pointless for the road. Yeah, that I can agree with. I don't think like even sports car manufacturers and stuff, when they've set up their cars like for track stuff, so like the Porsche GT3 RS and stuff like that, I don't think they have more than like maybe 3 degrees. So if you're running anything more than that, in the poop. Liveries on a street car equals bad. This I can agree with, says the dumbass who has liveries on his daily driven street car. So in my personal opinion, I do agree with it. I think it depends on how extreme. In my case, where it's just a little bit of inspiration and stuff, I think it's fine. The guys that have like the full on trying to be like a race car with all the sponsors stuck on the side, like it's trying to be like a track car, that's a bit The Itasha liveries, I hope that's how you pronounce it. I've just realized I might not be pronouncing that right. I don't mind those. They're not to my particular taste, but I don't know, I guess that works on a street car. I don't know. In my opinion, that works better on a drift car or drift build. Suspension before any performance mods. Again, I agree with this, but you know, I went literally the opposite route and I ended up being turbocharged before I did anything. Listen, I wanted to go get my suspension before that, but just how things landed up working out, okay? I didn't have much of an option. But past that, I 100% agree with your statements. Do handling mods, then do performance mods. You shouldn't do static lights on a car that comes out of the factory with pop-ups. This, I don't think is controversial at all. I think like 99% of the car community would agree with you, whether that be with the Porsches with the pop-ups, or the Miatas, or the S chassis, or whatever. If it comes with pop-ups from factory, you keep the pop-ups. Pop-ups are cool. Flippy uppy downy lights, bruh. Now this comment is from me as well. The new Liberty Walk kits look terrible. Come after me, please, because they do. They look so bad. There's just huge gaping holes in them. They're trying to be GT3 race car kits and they just look so bad. Please stop. Pops and bang tunes are bad. Again, I don't think this is controversial. I think 90% of the car community would agree with you. Pops and bangs are annoying. Please stop. Natural pops and bangs I'll deal with, but the BMs and stuff that fart on every gear change, and when you let off it just sounds like a barrage of military assault. No, that's bad. Please stop. You're not even getting flames, bruh. Weak. You don't need lots of horsepower because the speed limits. I actually agree with the statement, and I've been saying this for the past forever. What do you do with 1,000 horsepower Supra? Because you can't drive it on the streets, and there's no track in the country anyway, in most countries anyway, that has a long enough straight that you could properly abuse that kind of power, unless you're hiring out an airport. High horsepower cars make like 0 sense whatsoever. Starting to rain, I'm gonna have to put my window up. Not a controversial topic. Miata windows are slow. This one might trigger a lot of my community. Bought cars are better than built. So as much as I love and I do rave that built cars are fantastic and whatever, let's be honest, if you're trying to get a 600, 700, all the way to 1,000 plus horsepower car, if there's a car that makes that horsepower from factory, it will be a lot more reliable. It will be so much easier to do and just run like that than if you were to build a 1,000 horsepower car. Less horsepower equals more fun. This I learned so damn well with daily driving my car before the turbocharger. Because before the turbocharger, I could just mash the throttle, not give a crap. My fuel consumption pretty much stayed the same, irrelevant if I was mashing it or not, whatever, and I'm still doing like 40 kilometers per hour. I'm like literally below the speed limit and I'm still having that much fun. If you have anything more than what I'd say my car is now, because my car is already a little bit annoying in that scenario, because you just half put down your foot and you're already kind of clipping on going a bit too over the speed limit. Speaking of Miatas are the reason that car club wars exist. Okay, I can't speak for other countries, but in this country, I can partially take blame for that because I know the Suzuki Swift Sport Club and the Miata MX-5 Club, we have wars every now and then. I take full responsibility, I'm sorry. Mate, rep wheels. That's literally what the comment said. I don't think this is a controversial topic. I think a lot of people agree, if you can afford to, try buy proper wheels. I'm on the side of the field where I'm like, if you can't afford it and you buy reps, that's fine, go buy your reps. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it, especially in this country where TE37s are literally half the cost of what I paid for my car. Literally, TE37s cost the same as what my turbo kit did. If you can't afford it though, go for genuine. People trying to please other people with their builds. Again, I don't think this is a controversial topic. There's so much of this going around where people buy a Miata or whatever, start building it on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, but then they listen to what everyone else wants them to do to their car. It's your car, build it for you, man. And then finally, the Tesla is a good car. Their build quality is ass. And the batteries that they use pretty much only last for 10 years. And if you ask me, most people keep their cars for more than 10 years, irrelevant of what country you're in. Teslas are actually bad, but I suppose we all knew this already, but maybe for different reasons. Okay guys, so that is actually going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this. I try to make it fun, as you'll see even in the editing. I haven't obviously edited this yet though, but yes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless, and I hope to see you guys in next week's video. I have no idea whatsoever what we are going to do, but I'm sure it will be fun, and probably because it's raining we might go try drifting again. Especially now that I'm turbocharged. Anyway, until next time guys, cheers. You can press the button.
The end.